Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of ACCUSTATS Video Productions, we'd like to once again welcome you to the 2013 Southern Classic Tournament. This is day number 8. We're coming to you live from Harrah's Tunica, and we're in the 9-ball division. I'd like to take a brief second here to congratulate Justin Bergman on his victory in last night's one-pocket final. He is our one-pocket champion for 2013. Also want to thank, of course, our signature sponsors, Diamond Billiard Products, Aramuth and Simonis, for all their great support, and also to each of you ACCUSTATS fans who have been so loyal to us throughout the years. Thanks very much. Okay, here we go. 9-ball. Couple of unknowns. Our first player is from Toronto. He's the defending Derby City 9-ball champion, and he is your current and reigning Southern Classic Bank Pool champion. Sponsored by Obi and Puyat. It's the smallest guy, but he's got the biggest heart. It's Alex. It's Alex Pagulayan. Thank you very much. And his opponent from Angeles City in the Republic of the Philippines. Twice Derby City 9-ball champion, World 9-ball champion. It's a little interesting. I'd like to just mention briefly that recently at an event in Las Vegas, a famous cue collector had a lot of Efren's cues, and some of the cues he had signed, and I think it's a very appropriate quote, because I could stay here all afternoon and tell you what this guy won, but basically he's won everything. So there's no need to list anything other than tell you he's sponsored by San Miguel Beer, Puyat, and Jack Justice cases. Arguably the greatest of all time, the most famous name in the game. It's Efren Reyes. All right, thank you so much, everybody. This is 1 race to 9, and I'd like to send it up to the booth at this time to Geoff Conway and David Maddox. Go ahead, gentlemen.
ACCUSTATS Video Productions brings you live world-class 9-ball here from the Southern Classic at Harrah's in Tunica. Today we have a great match for you with Efren Reyes and Alex Pagulayan. These two players have just won everything, as Kenny said. I'm Billy Gibbs. I'm up here in the booth. I'll be calling the match with Geoff Conway. Jeff, what do you think about this match with these two great players from the Philippines?
It's a privilege to watch these two guys. I mean, you've got the young guard and the old guard, and there's not really such a term as young guard, but that's the new kid on the block, although he's 35 a couple of days ago, and Efren's done everything, and Pagulayan's following in his footsteps, and certainly a future Hall of Famer, and looking forward to a great match here.
Well, this is a race to 9 format, and winner breaks, of course, and it looks like Efren won the leg, so he'll be stepping up first to the plate to open these balls up.
Yeah, well, the lag was close. It looked like it was about a millimetre or 1/16 of an inch difference.
Well, Efren was playing on the table last night, and he was actually breaking the balls real well.
Yeah.
Didn't quite get the one on the side there, and it looks like he might have come up dry on this first break today.
Yeah.
He's left a shot for Alex that he's probably going to play safe off of.
Yep. Yeah, he played Warren the other night and sort of just couldn't get into the game. A couple of times he broke and made a couple of balls and scratched, and that was the end of that, And Warren did play well.
And he's going to have to play well today as Efren Reyes, because Alex Pagulayan, as I've said many times, somebody that's difficult to put away. This guy really has a lot of comeback power in him.
He's a threat in every division. That's the problem. He doesn't really have much of a weak game anywhere.
And I think that's really true. He's, just tough to deal with, period. What a great player. Look at that shot. He got something over there. Efren's got a little bit to work with here, but this is a difficult situation to be put in first line. But he can see the edge of the one. Came up a little higher on the 3-ball than it looks out there on the table, as you can see on our monitor.
Yeah. Like to just put these well apart, these balls, if you can.
Either that or just come up right behind the 6. I mean, he can control that if he can see the ball full enough to go across the face of it. Looks like he can over here.
Can you see it without having to swerve it, Billy? See enough of it without swerving it, I think. Just about catch the edge of it. Now he looks like he put a little left English on it.
Yeah, he's thinking about it. He can see the right edge of the 1 ball. for sure. I don't know if he can go across face of it. If he can go across face, he'll go behind the 6, but he's going up table. So that means he can only see the right edge of it.
Well,
and he hit it pretty
worked out
nicely.
good. Yeah, that's nice. Just left an edge again. Oh, no, actually, I think the 8's blocking it, so...
I think the 8's blocking it. I can't tell if he's got enough that he can through it. I don't really believe he does. I think he's got to come around.
Yeah.
Alex is looking at 2 rails.
Yeah.
Using left-hand spin
Hits
and
it.
reversing the ball on the second rail.
If he hits it right, he might make this in the left side pocket off that 7.
This is hard to hit, but he did a nice job.
I left him a shot there.
Left Efren a shot on the 1. A good ball to start on, too, for Efren. He'll be able to get right to the 2.
And we know who the fans are rooting for, as everyone in this arena would love to see Efren get off to a good start in this match. Such a great player.
You know, it's such a tough pick, though, because everybody loves Alex, too. I can't say he's not a crowd favorite every time he plays. I mean, Efren's a legend, but people love Alex. This is just a great matchup. Kind of the you pick him part of it makes it tough only for the spectator, you know?
Do you think a Filipino is going to win this?
Yeah, I think you're assured of that, right? Well, Efren's got a little bit to do here. He needs to get where he feels comfortable, you know, where he wants to shoot that 5.
Yeah, he's got a little angle, but probably like a little more.
Well, he'll probably draw to the side rail and come back out, spin back up for the 5. That's what it looks like would be easiest. And he just stunned it down there, just as good. And he's left 3 rail position to the, actually 4 rail position to the 6. 3 up top and then 1 on the side rail over there dropping down for the 6. And I want to leave a little angle here so he can go back up table with a 7. So he doesn't want to come all the way to the end rail and die. And that's what he's done. He's stayed above it. And coming into ideal position right about now. That's a pretty good shot.
Got a little closer to the cushion than he'd like, probably.
Probably, well, if he'd have bounced the cushion, it would have been a 4-rail shot instead of a 3-rail shot. And that would have brought him down. But look at the angle he's got here on the 7. It's ideal. He had a great angle to get to that.
That's good for his confidence. He gets the first one on the wire. Not going to jinx him. Not going to say anything.
Oh, I don't think at this point. I think this game is going to go his way. Coming down the end rail and back up. And nicely positioned to shoot the 9 in the lower left-hand corner pocket.
So he kept the young gun in his seat.
And Efren Reyes takes an opening first rack to take a 1-0 lead in this race to 9. I think the determining factor is going to be how he can master this break. What do you think, Jeff?
Yeah, well, that's the key this week in the Ultimate 10 ball, in the Bigfoot tournament. That it's just all about making balls on the break. If you don't, you're just relying on hoping the guy's going to scratch when he breaks or hook himself. It's you got to make balls on the break. Got to. Last in the other match with Warren, he got kicked in on his first break and came back to haunt him.
Yeah, we'll have to see how he holds the cue ball here. Now he hit the balls hard, but I believe
he's hooked him on the 1, I believe.
Yeah, and he's come up. Well, yep, he's dry. Boy, I'm telling you, that's tough.
It's a funny game, isn't it? I mean,
look at the 2-8 up there at the other end of the table. They just laid together up on the rail.
You can break and make nothing and hook the guy, or you can, it's weird, the format. A lot of luck involved.
There's another factor, too, I believe, which is how you put the balls in the rack. The 1 ball's up table, the 2 balls up table, 3 balls here on the lower end of the table, and the 5 balls here on the other end of the table. So, with the 2-8 up there, he's got a little bit to deal with.
Well, Alex pushed. Of course, with his 1 pocket knowledge and his banking knowledge, if he wants to bank this, he can easily bank it. Just got to get on that 2.
Well, if he makes the 1, which he didn't do, he played safe.
Oh, he's going to come out smelling of roses. No? Oh.
Well, he got the 2 and the 8 apart. That was the big part of that shot. Had he hidden the cue ball behind the 5 ball. The bad news is the cue ball slipped out, and now Alex has a good shot to put him right there on top of the 8 with the cue ball and send the 1 ball down the table. And if he gets the 1 over here behind cover, going 2 rails to come down here behind the 3-5,
we'll take control.
the table's opened up too. So he got a lot done with that shot, did Efren.
Alex having a good think about this.
Well, most of what he's thinking about is probably where he wants to put that 1 ball. Or he goes across the face of the 1 and shoots it into the 8, which may be what he's doing. No. Tried to bring it over here and hide it under cover. And he just got there. Look at that.
Beautiful
Nicely
shot.
done. And he moved the 8 and the 2 back together, but the 2 will still go.
Right.
If you have the right angle on it, it still has possibilities to go. Efren's going to go rail first here, I believe. Now we kick the ball towards the 7. He may even be able to see the edge of it and just, yeah, that's what he's doing, rolling towards it. And he can see it pretty much full in the face.
Oh, nice shots. Almost touching, right? That is touching, I believe. Closer the better.
And we could probably get a look at that and see how close it is. He's on the back side of the ball. Well, he can see the rail. Nicely done. And
Oh, he almost made a lucky 7 there.
well, he's left the 1 in a position where Efren is probably going to be able to shoot the 1 here.
Yep.
And with a 9 position where it is, I don't know. I know he could shoot a carom if he wanted to and play a safe. If he banked the 1 back up towards the pocket where he's standing right now underneath him, he might have a shot at the 9 going across the face of
He's
it.
going to have to wiggle this a little bit to get it down on that 2.
Well, he may just cut the ball in, go up table, which is what he tried to do and didn't get there.
Right.
But he did get a little fortunate there and hide it behind the 3 a bit.
Yeah, the old scratcheroony head there. Efren scratches his head when he plays a bad shot.
Let's see how creative Alex can be.
I think we know the answer to that.
Well, he's got to come up with something here.
He certainly is a creative player.
He's going rail first at the 1.
Oops.
Man, he scratched. Oh, my gosh. Made the 1 on the side, too. What a nice kick had he been able to control the cue ball. Now, Efren's got ball in hand position on the 2 ball, the only tough ball on the table. So the 2 to the 3 is the major transition here. Everything else falls pretty much in line.
Did you get to see Efren in his like in his heydays or mid to late 80s when he first came over?
I heard of him. I did not get to see him when he went down to Reds as Cesar Morales. I didn't go to that tournament, so I didn't see him down there, and I would have liked to have. I saw Perica the very first, I don't know, about a month to 6 weeks when he was over here. And that's the first thing I remember of seeing a Filipino play, and I didn't get it, by the way. Let me just tell you, I watched him play, and, everything that people were talking about was basically talking fear because, as it comes out in the end, they revolutionized the game with what I call zonal position. Earl was already playing that way, but there weren't many Americans do it. Shortly thereafter, in the early 90s, C.J. Wiley started to play that way, but no. I really didn't see him early. We're on the 6, and this looks pretty obvious. He'll go over to the rail and back out. There it is.
Well, that's the hard stuff done, so now I should run these out. 2-zip lead is very nice.
Yeah, Efren's got to feel comfortable with that, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, that's good for his confidence. As good a player as he is, he still likes to win.
Look at this. He got a little straight right here.
He did. It's got a little angle, I believe. No, he's pretty dead straight.
He's going to draw back, so he's straight. He went forward, forced it forward.
Great shot.
Perfect position. And off to a 2-0 lead. Alex has just been pretty much sat in his chair. He had a shot there, but that kick shot was, difficult, obviously. He made a nice attempt at it.
Well, keeps him a little ring rusty when you're in your chair, especially if someone runs a 7-pack on you and you come out and got to start getting your arm going again.
Efren's getting out another cue to break with. He's got a predator break cue. And here he comes with it. Made a ball that time.
Made the 7 in the corner.
The 9 moved up there in front of the pocket.
No shot on the 1, Billy.
Well, do you think he'll go to the end rail and kick this up towards the 9, Jeff?
Might do. Big pocket. Big pocket with a 9 there, right?
He's got to do something with that cue ball, though. He really doesn't want to go in all in on a kick shot. So he's got to separate these balls out. But that kick is kind of laying there.
Don't think this has got enough legs, no.
Well, possibly Alex can make this in the side, too, it looks like.
Yeah, which will come round for the 2. Maybe even play the 2-9.
Well, he might want to reverse this ball on the end rail, too.
Bring it back up towards between the 2 and the 9.
Well, just come straight up the table, yeah. There it is.
There it is. A little problem now with a 6 sitting there to get on the 3.
Here's an inventive shot, Jeff. A shot that I think he'll probably hit. He might want to go with the 2 ball with left-hand spin, so when he hits that edge of the 6, he can go 2 rails out when it collides with the 6, end rail, side rail, back for the 3 up in the corner.
Yeah. Just certainly drawing it back.
Trying to draw it around, you're thinking. And then he hit the 6 full in the face.
Good job that slowed down. That was heading towards the corner pocket there.
Yeah, he's left Efren with a long shot.
He was thinking more about position there than making the ball, and didn't go back to what he's supposed to be doing in the first place, which was make the 2.
Well, I think he tried to draw it around. He tried to hit the ball a little thick and use spin to draw it around it, and it just didn't come off for him.
But he didn't leave Efren too much of a shot here.
And did he hide the 2? Alex might just be able to see the 2 past the 5 and the 6.
Looks like on the overhead, it looks like it, Billy. And he's got this right angle to come back for the 3 as well. Definitely would like to get a beat on the wire here. Doesn't want to go 3 zip down. Although we've seen a load of reversals of scores this week. People being like 5 zip up and losing.
And he pocketed that nicely. And he's right on the 3, and he left good angle to drop over for the 4. Well, that was a big mistake Efren made there.
Yep.
Shooting at the 9 and just missed everything. Very difficult shot, though, even for the great Efren. Alex has got full control of the table right now. All he has to do right here is get on the 5. And he can just float forward, which is what he just looked at, and shoot it in the corner. Natural position for the 6, and the 8 and the 9 lay right there. So, and there it is. Looks like Alex will get on the board with this, Jeff.
Yep. And I think he'll get a few more on there as well, believe me.
Well, we'll get to see him break for the first time, won't
Right.
we? Nicely done.
He's
gonna
always, sorry, Billy, he's always there and he always gets it done. He's always there at the end of the tournaments. Plays all the disciplines well. Sort of a Derby City shoe-in.
There it is.
There it is. Well,
Alex has got one on the board, so it's 2-1 Efren Reyes over Alex Pagulayan. Alex will be back to break in Game 4. Well, you know, the 9-ball tournament's progressing nicely today, and the field's going to be cut down in size quite a bit. I see that Vivian is out there playing right now.
yeah, still in the tournament, doing well.
Got a nice break, doesn't she?
Yeah. Melissa Little yesterday nearly took Ephraim out the 9-ball. She was 8-6 up, raced to 9, and Busty came back and won by the skin of his teeth. It's a close one. And he was in the losers bracket, so she nearly knocked him out of the tournament.
Game 4 gets underway with that break. And Alex has left himself in a position where he may want to shoot the 1-9. It's all he really can look at here.
Mm-hmm.
Got enough bridging room down here on the end of the table to get a nice bridge. And he's looking at it. Could tie it up with this one shot.
Well,
that won't work.
No, was he trying to play a safe there and sneak that cue ball round behind the 9 there, or what?
Yeah, I think he was.
I don't think he would have missed that shot by that much, so I think he was trying safety there.
I agree. He just hit that, poorly.
And he's let the master back in here.
Well, that was a pretty big mistake for Alex to make. Left Efren an open table. Now the 2 to the 3 is a little difficult here. And I think he's going to want to go to the end rail and force it out or draw it around. Wanted to draw it around and come above it. This is a little dangerous. He's flirting with the 5, but he got on it nicely. Now he can shoot the 3 down the lower left-hand corner pocket here.
And Ephraim's TPA is going up as we speak. 870. 9 is a good figure. A batting average. .875. And Pagulayan. So .769.
Well, Efren's made short work of this rack. Got through the difficult middle balls and left himself these last 3. And they are pretty obvious at this point.
Yeah. He still has it. It's just that he really doesn't play as much as he used to. He doesn't travel so much. He doesn't,
Efren with the pocketing this 9 will go up 3-1, and he'll be breaking in Game 5.
And of course, lose your snooze here, Billy, because both these players are on the one-loss side, so someone's going home.
Yeah, and they both had tough losses, so I'm sure they don't want to do this early morning, Friday morning match.
Right.
And pack their bags when they're done.
Yeah, Ephraim's not speaking to Warren at the moment after the other day.
Well, Warren's playing very well, so
he was supposed to be eating
there.
rice with him yesterday, but he was banned from the room. He's consistently making that corner ball. That's key. And does he have a shot? Out of the way, 5, 4.
Yep, the 4 got him.
Look at that, right last minute.
4 got him. And the balls were broken apart pretty nicely. That's a good break for Efren. Just that 4 ball got in the way.
Which made it a good break for Alex.
Well, the struggle will begin now. Let's see what they can come up with for thoughts on where they want the balls.
Well, he's going to have to push somewhere, but with that 1 sitting over that pocket.
He's just going to get a little more room to kick, I believe, which is what he did.
Yeah.
Got a little better angle to go down there, 2 rails in the corner, and kick the 1 ball up table, send the cue ball over to the middle of the table against the 5 ball. That's what he'd like to be able to do, come in behind the 1 that way.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see Alex give this back.
Well, he just looked at the same thing. So I think you're right. I think he'll go ahead and play this kick shot and leave Efren to return it.
I always think the psychology of this shot is that the incoming player mentally says to himself, I don't want to give this back to the guy because I don't know what he has in mind, you know, or he has something in mind. Oh, he's going to give it to him. There you go. Didn't like it.
Efren improved his opportunity here when he pushed to the spot that he was at because he couldn't kick the ball 2 rails coming into this. Now he can.
And if he's trying to make this off the cushion, that's a hard shot because he can
I think he wants to do just what he did right there, put him apart. The cue ball came up, though, and he didn't quite get far enough behind it with his kick. Had he been a little deeper, the cue ball would have gone off the backside of the 1 and headed over towards the 5.
He's a little mad. You see the body English there, a little mad with himself on that shot. And this could get Alex start into this rack. I decided to play a safety.
Well, as long as he gets up here a little bit. Now Efren's got a real good kick shot. I mean, he can play the bank shot here, I'm sorry. And the kick shot also sends the 1 ball up table. So he's got 2 ways to get the 1 out of there and leave the cue ball over there on the 7 behind the 7-9.
I think we're just going to see him park it on the back of the 7 here, maybe. I don't know. It looks like he's drawing on it.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got a safe out of it.
Yeah, the ball's going to drift back a little bit, but
it's cut down Alex's options here with all those balls down the middle of the table. And the 8 there makes it a little more awkward.
Well, he may jump. He can go over the 7, the edge of the 7 there. That's what he's chosen to do. Coming back with a 1.
Yeah, a bit of a sellout there.
Well, he's got a good shot at making the 1 here and getting started.
It's dead straight on it though, Billy, so he's probably going to have to just draw back a tad here. Got a little angle. Can he follow it?
Well, if he pounds it, he can, come backwards. I think that's what he's queuing up to do.
This corner pocket spits balls out, so that's good.
Now, if he can get nicely on the 4 ball for the side where the cue ball is right now, going 2 rails over and back.
Oh.
And he missed the shot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sit on it.
And he's left Alex straight in, too. Boy, that's rough.
Yeah, you can't do that with a player like Alex sitting on the seat coming in. You got to make those shots.
And Alex is in a position here. He can just go over to the side rail and come back out for the 4 on the side where he's standing now. And just drew it up there. But he's in control of the table as soon as he's on the 5 here. 6 to the 7 is not a big transition.
Nipped that a little bit harder than he wanted. He didn't want that to come back that far, I don't think. Doesn't matter. There we go. Slow down. This table's fast with those lights over it, Billy.
Well, I played a little bit last night after the matches were over, and it's warm to the touch. When you put your hand down there,
right,
it's like a heated table, heated billiard table.
Yeah.
So it does play very lively, but Alex is in excellent position here. He's gotten right on the 6 nicely, and I do believe the 7 goes right past the 9, so he can get straight in on it.
He's only going to be 1 game behind after this.
That's right. Just needs to get the 7 here and get up for the 8.
You can't say Efren didn't have his opportunities in this game, so he's probably kicking himself right now.
Well, missing the 2 ball the way he did, leaving it straight in, that was practically like having a ball in the hand.
Yeah, that doesn't do anything good for your confidence, that's for sure. Alex just got a little wrong side of this.
Yeah, he is on the awkward side of it, that's right, but it's not that difficult. He can draw the ball out of, off the 8 and get a real good shot on the 9.
You're going to go down.
Go
down and come back, I think. No, that's good.
A little better to just take what you can get.
Yeah.
He's straight in. It's, routine shot for him.
So he's closed the gap here, Billy.
Yes, and that's 2 games on the wire for Alex Pagulayan. So it's 3-2 Efren Reyes with Alex breaking. And Alex does have a good chance to close that gap right up now, doesn't he?
Yep.
The break's huge on this feature table, but the balls are coming apart real well. And your hand is literally warm to the touch when you're on that table.
Yeah, I was talking to Phil Burford, said to me yesterday, who's going very nicely in the 9-ball tournament, and he said, I really don't like playing on the tournament table. He said the speed is so much off from the other tables, and he said I actually prefer to play on the tables outside of the arena. I think it's the lights probably that's doing it.
No, it's the lights for sure. And with the breaking of the balls, we've got Game 6 underway.
Well, Alex has a shot on the 1, albeit fairly long shot, but shouldn't present too much of a problem for him.
Well, I think Alex can get the ball back here to the 2 pretty nicely just by drawing it over to the side rail and back to the end rail. And he's got a nice stroke for doing that. So let's see how well he hits this one. Once he's on the 2 ball.
Because it makes it a little harder. But
well, the 3 to the 4 lays nicely if you play the 3 up in the corner.
That's a beautiful shot.
He's right on the 2.
Well, that was the hardest shot in the rack, so the rest is easy peasy. Couldn't be spread out better, could they, Billy, when you think about it?
Well, he'd like to be right where he is right now on the 3, maybe
yeah.
just a little straighter even. He's going to play it in the side. That's fine.
Yeah.
Just shoot it in the side and follow forward with the cue ball a little bit.
Yeah, he's got a little angle there to just slide down as well.
Well, he pointed on the rail where he thinks it's going to come down. He doesn't want to be really dead straight here. He'd like to leave a little angle so he can bounce that end rail just the way he did there. He can bounce the end rail and come back up to the 5. 6 will go on the side, and he's perfectly in line for the 8 and 9. So he's in total control right now. Very nicely done. And I think it's going to be 3-3, Jeff. You were right.
Yeah, and I think he's going to probably forge ahead now. Now he's at the table, just as long as he makes balls on the break. Yep, Efren's regretting that missed 2 right now.
Yeah, he really is. That really cost him, because it's cost him 2 games, that mistake
could cost him 5 games, we don't know yet.
And it's 3-3 with the pocketing of that ball. Alex and Efren tied. So it's a race to 6 effectively. Alex isn't noted for having a big break, but it's kind of an understatement because he breaks real well. And tends not to make 4 and 5 balls on the break a lot, but he's got a very productive break.
Let's see what he does here, Billy.
He just looks like a little spring when you see him at the table. Look at his legs, all bent and curled under.
Made that corner ball again, 2 balls.
And look at that. He's going to have a shot on the 1, but he's over top the 9.
Wow. Made the 4 and the 6.
Made 2 balls on the break, yeah.
Yeah, 4 and a 6. He's over that 9 though, like you said. That's always makes it more difficult.
Watch how well he hit this. He's going to draw this. Hit and stop, it looks like, maybe even.
Great shot. We saw Mr. Bergman miss a couple of shots in the one pocket final yesterday, where he was hitting over balls, and twice he did it. Looks like something he maybe should go and practice.
Yeah, he did have some, chinks in his armor with over top the balls, but he may have been tired too. That was a long match.
Yeah,
he had a lot of them in a row yesterday.
Well, he took care of business. So
didn't he play well?
Yeah.
Well, Alex has got the 3 up here, go to the end rail and come back up for the 5 in the side. And didn't even have to, just floated over. Now he's going to have to travel a little more because he didn't get straight in, but he'll just go over and back probably. Maybe he'll hit it slow. Yeah, just spin in there. Left a nice angle to get back across the table for the 8.
And we're going to see more of the same, Billy, I'm telling you.
He's going to keep stacking them up, is he?
I think so. I think so. Now he's got that breakdown and he's making that corner ball every time.
One thing's for sure, Jeff, he's going to take the lead with this rack.
Yeah.
So pocketing the 8 and getting on the 9, which he's done nicely.
And believe me, the way their culture is in the Philippines, he probably doesn't even like beating Efren here, you know.
Well, he is beating Efren now, 4-3. Alex Pagulayan taking the lead, and he'll be at the head of the table in just a second to break.
And Alex's TPA now up to 921, which is not an unexpected figure to see, the way he's playing.
No, once he got to the table, he started shooting over 900 pretty quick if it's up to 920 already. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes at the table, you know, evidenced by his tournament performance average.
Well, let's see if he makes that. This as we're viewing, bottom right corner, straight in.
So you're looking for the 5 ball to go, right? Yeah, here we go.
Straight in.
Yeah, just like it had eyes.
You're like so quick you didn't even see it.
How about the 1 ball there?
Yeah.
Pretty nice, 1, 2, 3.
Made the 4 ball. Made the 4 and the 7. No, 7. He made the 1.
Now I bet he hits this easy and just goes right over to the rail. Nice and smooth. Straighter the better. Got a little bit of angle, which doesn't hurt him at all. Once he's off this 3 ball, the important shot, he'll be, if he's off the 3 and on the 4 well, nicely, he'll be able to drop right on the 6 and the rack should be in hand. So 3 to the 4 is the transition in this rack. Very nicely done. He's got a good shot on the 3 here. He didn't want to hit the 7. That may be why he left a wider angle. But he didn't want to hit this real hard either. Just wants to come around this. It looks like he's going to draw around it. Nicely done. And he's pretty much straight in on the 4.
Yep. I don't see him having much trouble with this layout.
Well, the only thing he needs to do here is he needs to draw this ball just a little bit, get to the end rail a little wider, and leave himself some angle so he can come back for the 7.
Doesn't want to be dead straight if you can help it.
And he just floated it down there and used spin to widen his angle. Nice easy touch here. Be right on the 7.
Uh-oh. Well, he made it a little harder than he wanted there.
He clipped the 8 a little bit. That took a little speed off.
Yeah, he's a little mad himself. Just going to compose himself now. Okay, it's a little harder shot, but dig deep and make it.
Well, the edge of the ball is not so tough for a guy that plays this speed. And there's witness proof of it.
That's pretty straight. It's going to have to draw this back, maybe.
And that's what he's going to do.
I don't like the way they use the bridge.
Yeah, that's a little funky, but it works good.
I know they all do it, and it's sort of strange. Everything's wobbling around. And
yeah, it's kind of nice when you grow up with a bridge to mash the bridge to the table just to firm it up a bit when you're shooting.
Yeah, once you've got it where you want it, just pin it down. There
well,
we go.
With the pocketing of that, Alex is up 5-3. And that missed 2 ball for Efren grows ever larger, Jeff.
And he also, TPA goes up to 936, so now that's a very presentable figure. Yeah,
every 10 points that you're above the 900 mark just solidifies, excellent world-class play, I think.
Well, basically, it just shows you're not missing. That's what it is. Let's see, 7-ball this time. So he's not pattern racking. We've got a different colour there on the edge.
Been very effective with his break, though.
Oh,
And
not that time.
7 did not go that time.
The left one's got a shot in the side pocket. Just got a little angle.
Actually, that's a real nice shot to stop with. Shoot that in the side and just float over for the 2 and leave a little angle, and you're right on the 3. So this may be Efren's golden opportunity to tie it back up.
Yeah, it's 5-3 at the moment. He's got to start putting beads on the wire here. Going to just slide this over for the 2.
And he got a nice little angle there.
4 sitting over the pocket.
4 to the 5 could be a little bit of a transition, but I think Efren should be able to handle it nicely. He wants to get in behind that 5 and have enough angle just to get the 5 pocketed and come out just a little bit for the 6. Straight in on the 6 would be good. Looks like he's gonna go forward here, yeah. Shoot the 4 in the corner and draw over there.
Yeah, he's going to play it down the bottom. This is a race to 9 format. So, of course, Alex is already at 5, so he's the favourite in this match at the moment, even though Efren's at the table. Get off that 6.
Well, he handled that transition nicely.
Yeah, he's got a nice little angle here just to pop it out a little bit for the 6. Doesn't want to be too far out though. That'll work.
Gonna come above the 8, you figure?
Yeah, I think so. He's only done this 3 million times, Billy.
Yeah.
Every shot he plays, can you imagine how many shots he's played?
Well, and the fact that he's executing well is nice, though, too, because he is playing a great player.
Little too casual there. That's the bits of his game that looks to me like I don't know whether it's just lack of concentration or.
Well, let's see how he does with recovery. He's good at this shot.
He can make it, Billy. We know that.
And look at the shape he got naturally there.
Yeah, got back on track.
And with a pocket in the 9, it's going to be 5-4, Alex. And it's 5-4, Alex. Very nicely done, though, by Efren. He executed well on all those shots.
And it puts Efren up to .878 on the TPA, so he's getting nearer to 900. So
that shot on the 8 was a little deceptive, too. Had he come up another 4 inches and bid 3 inches wider, it would have been ideal. He just had to cut it a little further.
Right.
Like I said, when you get to this level of play, the edge of the ball doesn't affect the player nearly as much as it does with someone who's, not so experienced.
Well, they can make 90-degree cuts, so we know they can make them, but I'm sure they'd like an easy shot every time they go to the table. Good crowd around here today, early in the morning.
Yeah, the arena's full. Of course, when Efren plays, the arena does tend to be full.
Yeah, well, this is not good news for him here. The 1, the 2, right down. Oh, he threw his stick in the corner. I think he was sort of joking throwing his stick there, and he's probably dented it. Not happy with himself.
Well, the break gave him a little bit of a rough time, and Alex is straight in on the 1. He'll just want to follow forward here slowly to get a little bit better position on the 2. Yeah, he's going to follow the rail groove down with the cue ball. It's a little dangerous sometimes when you hit the ball slow like that on older cloth. Right. It'll roll right in the pocket.
It actually rolled a little away from the rail there, tad.
Well, this is new cloth, so there's no real rail groove just yet. When you get older cloth and you've got a rail groove,
it's like a gutter in the bowling alley.
Absolutely, and you got to be careful. When you hit a shot like that, that the ball doesn't just roll all the way into the pocket. something to think about for our viewers out there to remember. And the table lays out pretty nice now, Jeff. All he has to do is get on the 4 here. And he'd probably like to be straight in on the 4, so he'll come down to the end rail and back up. Alex has been playing so well.
He's got just a tad little angle here. He's just got a little angle.
Very nicely done.
Took what he got there.
But the problem here is he's going to have to draw over to the side rail and back out, which no big deal, but he has to readjust. Had he been able to be a little straighter, he could have just drawn back a tad. Alex played so well on the banks to win like that. What a great match that was with Skylar Woodward.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a young man we're going to see a lot of.
Well, you know, the bank ring games tonight too, Jeff.
Yeah.
That's going to be an exciting little matchup.
Yeah, I stuck Efren in that.
You did?
Yep.
Well, that's going to be fun. I look forward to that every year now. These different tournaments.
Efren said to me this morning, Jeff, the bank ring game, it's a lot of money. Maybe you don't want to put me in it. It's a lot of money. I said, don't worry about it, Efren. Busty, you're okay. Worrying about my wallet, Billy.
Did you put Bustamante and Efren in? Is that what you said?
No.
You put Boosty in?
Yeah, I just put Busty in.
Gotcha.
Just put Boosty in.
Well, looks like Alex is going to make short work of this rack, Jeff. Give him a good ball to start with like that 1 and right on the 2, and he's out next thing you know.
Yeah, Efren got it back within 1, and now he's going to have a two game lead, Alex is.
Yeah, it looks like game number 10 is going to go to Alex Pagulayan, and the score will be 6-4 Alex.
And his TPA is up to 946, so he's creeping up into an area which is excellent.
Yeah, each little perfect rack improves that score by 10 points, it looks like. And 946 is strong world-class speed.
Oh, absolutely. Well, basically, you're not really making any mistakes. That's what it means. And again, race to 9, so he's only 3 games away.
Alex break in the 11th game.
A little bug problem there.
And we're underway in game 11. And it looks like Alex has made the wing ball. No.
Nothing. No,
it came back out.
That's
clowning around because he missed the ball.
well, he's a likable clown. That's absolutely good terminology for him there, clown. He's a character, no question.
He's really got a good demeanor at the table. It's hard not to like him. I mean, it's disarming. What a nice shot that was. Efren played the 1 off the 7 into the side there.
Yeah, it's a pity
Very creative shot.
It's a pity the 7 got in the way there. Yeah, he's like saying, I wish you weren't there, 7, because he'd just bring this back about an inch and play the 3 in the corner.
No. Let's see what he chooses to do here. Set up for a safety and go all the way down to the end rail and come back.
Playing for a bank.
Sure is. Good call, Jeff.
If the 9 was a little closer to that side pocket, we might even see him playing a carom here, but it's too far away from that side pocket.
Well, Efren's got all the shots for sure. And I think the bank's the way he's going to go with this one.
Oh,
A little bit flat. That's short, and it's going to lay up against the rail. Pretty good speed. Now, Alex can cross his ball.
yeah, that was not a good shot. I mean, you know, you expect Efren to make that.
Well, Alex won the bank division, and this is a bank player's shot right here. 3 cross side. And it's going to lead to natural position on the 4, by the way, with the cue ball. Side rail, end rail down for the 4. right here.
Like that.
Yep.
Kept away from that 8 as well. That was a great shot.
Now it just draws off, goes the end rail and up for the 5, get a little bit of shape. Float up for the 6, and this rack's well in control. So that was a big miss, that bank for Efren.
Yep. Yeah, 7-4, so that's he only needs a race to 2, and Efren needs 5.
Well, look at Efren's, he stayed at 844 just about this whole time. And Alex being up around 950, that's a big difference, 850 to 950, 100 points.
He's going to go over 950 in a minute, I believe, but he's 949 at the moment. So.
Well, here comes the 6 ball. And it's right natural to the 7. Here is a serious mistake, Jeff. Alex played that 2 rails where he could have played at 1, had angle to get back to the 8. Played at 2, and he came up behind the 8 ball. That really hurt him. And he's kicked it, missed it. So that's 2 position errors right there.
He got a little,
position error and a miss.
Got a little lucky there with the leave.
Well, I was informed by the ACCUSTATS staff that that is only just a position error. The miss doesn't count when you're kicking. So, Efren, is he going to spin this in? Yeah. Nice shot. Can't scratch, though. Ooh.
Oh, what a shame.
Can't scratch, though. Man, that hurt.
That's always a problem with that shot, though, with that reverse on it, that it's going to come back up to the top pocket. It's given a gift to Alex.
Well, this is the big danger, that Alex gets to shoot the 9. So he takes a 7-4 lead over Efren Reyes, and he'll be breaking in the 12th game. That hurt. That had to be like being punched in the gut right there to spin that 7 in and scratch behind it.
Well, that had "Good Night Nurse" written all over it, didn't it, when you think about it?
That might have Jack Kevorkian written all over it, right? I mean, he's close now. 2 games to be out of it, and Efren needs 5. So that's a long way for Efren when Alex only needs 2 and he's playing like this. But his tournament point average dropped a little bit there, as you see, at 937. Efren's for that miss on the bank, 826. Big difference there. Over 100 points. And I got to say, Pat Funding did a wonderful job when he came up with the ACCUSTATS scoring system. Very accurate in depicting the play of the player you're watching, for sure. Alex is breaking from the other side of the table, Jeff. And the 6 flew straight in.
Yep.
6 happened to be the wing ball on that side.
Well, he has a shot on the 1, so don't think we're going to see him cutting this in. Maybe play safe here. What do you think, Billy? It's makeable.
Well, he's over top the 9. That makes it a little tougher. So safety's not necessarily a bad thing when you're up like he is. He just wants to get the cue ball down table. If he does do that, he can shoot this towards the pocket. And if he shoots it towards the pocket, the cue ball is going to come back to the lower left-hand side of the table. And the 9 ball could easily end up on the end rail, not leaving any kind of a shot for Efren if he overcuts it. And if he pockets it, he will have a shot on the 2. So other than being over top the 9, there's no reason not to shoot it towards the pocket and bring the cue ball down with separation. Like that. And look at what he's going to have on the 2.
Oh, only turned out perfect.
Boy, he's playing well.
Yep. Maybe just roll this forward a tad for the 3.
I like that. I don't have any problem with that. Just kind of float a little bit forward, maybe. But he kept some angle. He's going to draw 2 rails out to come above the 4. And once he makes the transition from the 3 to the 4, and the 4 to the 5, the rack should be well in control.
No, it's all right. It's okay. It's okay.
They're joking around because Alex bent over the ball and acted like he touched it with his thing. Efren's just sitting quietly in the chair, but Kenny and Alex are going nuts. Two rails out above the 4. Now, he either wants to be straight in or a slight angle. Looks pretty daggone straight to me. What do you think on the overhead?
He's got a little angle. Gonna have to draw this for sure. I'll have to draw it back just a little.
Alex was animated the other night after he won the Banks. He was a lot of fun to be around.
That'll work.
Give him a beer and get him started, and just kind of sit back and take the ride. It's hilarious.
It's like watching a cabaret.
Yeah, it is like watching a cabaret. That's a good analogy.
See him do his Michael Jackson moonwalk.
Yeah, he didn't dance any, really. He was talking about his hips feeling better, and he's going to get back into shape again. Now, boy, I don't know about this. Ooh, he came up on the 7, though, good. He'll be fine. Could have hit that 9. It would have sent it straight over towards the 8.
Looking up towards the gods here. Thinking himself probably pretty lucky. If he rolled a bit further, he would have had no shot.
He'd like to get the cue ball above the side pocket just a little bit here, so he's not leaning over the table so far. Very nicely done. Couldn't have placed it better with his hand.
And he split that pocket right in the middle.
Well, one thing people sometimes overlook with Alex, he is so diminutive that when he finally does have to reach over the 10-foot table, for example, he always has his position thought out well enough that he's never really reaching that far. Mm-hmm. And this will put him on the hill, Jeff.
Yep.
With the pocketing of that ball, it's now 8-4. Alex Pagulayan in a race to 9.
And he moves his TPA up to 944, so he's almost back up to where he was before. Kenny giving the cue ball a nice clean there for this last rack, which we think might be the last rack. We don't know.
Well, if he makes a ball and gets a shot on the 1, that might just be a pretty good bet, Jeff. A ball on the break here is crucial, though.
9-4, not a good score for Efren. I'm sure he would have loved to have done better than that. But he is playing one of the top players in the world. See if he has the same luck changing sides. See if that 4 goes in.
Well, it was a 6 last time and it flew in.
Yeah, straight in. That's funny, just switching sides makes that difference, because I'm sure he's doing nothing different. We'll play the combo on the 4 here. 5, sorry.
Well, he's got a little work to do here, starting out with a combination.
It's a great shot, look at that.
Yeah, our crack camera coup. Tom, Dean, and Busta. Those guys know their business, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
We're lucky to have such talented individuals working with us.
Without being asked, they just zoom in. They're there before you've even thought to ask for the shot.
Look at that. Alex is out and running. And I don't feel well for Efren now. I think he's going to have to face a hard loss here.
Efren's going to be watching a little bit more TV today than he wanted.
Well, I know Alex is going to be glad to get through this one. And
he's had his share of being on the TV table as well. I've seen Alex on here a lot this week.
And this is the critical shot right here. He needs to make the 3 and leave the angle that suits him best for the way he wants to play it, which may be a draw shot, which is what I believe he's going to go for, 2-rail draw. Well, actually, he can float off of this just with a 1-rail draw and come over to the 7. Let's see how he plays it. Straight in on the 7 does not hurt him here. Straight in the 7 will leave him with a nice shot on the 8.
Just got to make sure he gets over far enough that the 8 doesn't block his next shot.
That's exactly right. The only thing he doesn't want to have happen is get hooked on the 8.
Either come too far and bounce out, or
Well,
not far enough. We'll see. I'm sure he'll get this perfect. Let's see.
he can come above it 2 rails, but I like drawn to it with low right. And that's what he's done, 1 rail. And he should be right on it. Needs to come forward another inch. He got it right there with that last turn.
Close call there. A half-inch less, and it would have been no shot.
Well, that happens when you're trying to get into a tight spot. He wanted to leave a little angle so he gets a better shot on the 8, believe it or not. And he did just exactly that. And now, pocket the 8, draw across the table for the 9 straight in the corner where he's standing. And he's hit it beautifully.
Yeah.
Well, with the pocketing of this ball, Alex Pagulayan is going to win this match 9-4, and it all started with Efren's miss 2.
Yep. Yeah, he really never got back into it after that, Billy.
Efren Reyes is going to have to pack his bags and head home. Look at our final stats, Jeff. 951 for Alex, 826 for Efren. 125-point difference. Well, for Billy Gibbs, ACCUSTATS Video Productions, and my good friend Geoff Conway here in the booth, we'll sign off, and we'll be back shortly with another 9-ball match for you. We got 9-ball all day today, folks, and it's going to be great. Stay tuned.